Hi. So, it's a new day, new update, new month. This is February, by the way, when I'm recording this. Obviously, this won't be up in February. I'm already aware of that, but just so you know. So, the next update that we're doing is my dog, Caenin. He's a greyhound. So, he's our next one. So, I can screen just yet, but let me go ahead and start showing you what I've done. So here's a little minis, for example. So that's one of them. Here's another, the cute one. I just think he's cute like that, personally. Here's just him kind of just doing like a running, just how he normally would. Then we have his head, as I usually do as well. There's the minis. And for the last one, it's just the print. So that's what his print looks like. So what we're doing first is I'm going to cheat a little bit. So when it comes to making like the products I can do myself, like the in-house ones at the time, it's magnet stickers, pins, and charms. So instead of me continually wasting ink and paper, because I did a lot of things like way too early and I should not have, but I did, is that instead I took some background photos of just the plain background of what I would normally do for everything, and I'm just going to take these little cutouts I have and I'm just going to put them on the backgrounds. I'm just for like an easy little mock-up situation, so I'm not having to print material off that isn't going to go anywhere. Now, I know it's not going to look correct because it's going to be like a digital on top of real life. I know that. But I just feel like just to give an idea of something. And then my idea was that if someone actually did order this, like for real, then I could actually sit here and retake the photos to make them correct, was my thought. But for now, I'm thinking of just doing these mock-ups with everything just placed on top and just calling it a day. Just so that way there's at least something there to look at. But we also got to do those along with my other products I got to do, which I'll do a few of those. Now so the next part, I always like to just use ChatGPT for this, just because it's going to be a lot better with this stuff than I am. I'm not very good with this stuff. So I like to ask it for what tags I could probably use, like the phrases I like doing now, and descriptions. That's one of the dogs. I'm at my parents', so the dogs are here. That's one walking and the other one's outside. So if you hear barking or whatever, that's them. So for description, it would be something like loyal, loving, and always ready to run. This pup captures that split second between adventure and wonder. He feels like a spark waiting to burst into motion, which I do like, and I feel like that's a really good description of Caenin. Plus, he's also a greyhound, so it kind of fits with it. And that spark thing that's going on there actually works because in my comic styling, one of his elements is actually lightning. So, like lightning / thunder. So that spark area actually works really well. Not a lot of people aren't really going to know that unless you know my character. But it's like for me personally, it's like just that like little bit. I was like, okay, I really like that part. So now for his two sayings, I like to do two of them. Is born to run. Obviously, he's a greyhound. That's what greyhounds do. And then a spark of speed. Again, I'm like, oh, the lightning, the spark, perfect. I'm like, okay, I like both of those. So I'm going to go with those. Now for the tags, what I have is I have a greyhound illustration, fantasy dog, warm color art, because there is cool color in the background with the leaves, but like, actually I might not even do that. I can't really say that. Never mind. Warm color art is not going to work for this because it's not fully warm. It's only partly. Orange dog, dog lover gift, whimsical canine, semi-realistic dog, pet art print, running dog, stylized canine, dog character, canine illustration, cute dog art, and fantasy pet. The semi-realistic dog, yes and no. Kind of. I guess I do semi-realism, I suppose, but I don't know. So that's what I'm going with, is that stuff, which should be really good. Again, I don't know how much this helps, but it's just, again, I just feel like chat is, because it can accumulate stuff faster than I can, and it's just kind of quick with its stuff, and I kind of go based off of that. So that's why I just kind of do that. Just to help. Obviously, I don't use ChatGPT for a bunch of stuff, but for certain things like this, I might as well right now. And then eventually I won't have to really do it much anymore when I can get past all like doing the one-timers and such, but we'll see. So, next step is to do the mock-ups really quick. So I can get those done. And then moving on to the actual products themselves, but we'll do the mock-ups because the mock-ups really shouldn't be that difficult because I'm literally just putting them on the background. It should really be, it's super easy. So we're gonna get into doing that. All right, hopefully this will work. You're not gonna see the pictures I pull up, but that should be okay. So this one is for the magnets. I just need this whole thing covered. Yeah, that'll be fine. So first up, we're gonna do his head. Yeah, it looks really funny, but it's just like, it's my terrible solution. Oh well. That's alright. I feel like it kind of gives the idea. And that's honestly, like, probably in real life, like the way I'm looking at it versus what you're seeing on the camera. Or my phone, because this is on the phone. But it's actually close enough to what it would actually look like if I did print it out physically. So it's fine. It's just obviously it's not the way it would look like it was on the fridge normally, like if I actually did print it out. So, but again, we're just, oh, I didn't want to duplicate that. I want to duplicate this. So I'm just going to have to just go with it. It's all right. So now the next magnet is, I think I might slightly turn him. Oh, no. That's not going to work, is it? I wonder, maybe, I guess I could turn him and then I'll just have to, because he is too long. And then in the file, I'll just have to like flip the whole file and just turn it. So that way it looks better. Hi, Marby. What is it, pup? Okay, so now for the minis magnet, since I did these a pack, I want to do this one because it's too cute not to. This sweet little pup. I just love him. But let me go ahead and turn him, because I have him at an angle when I was drawing him, so I can just turn him. So there's that. So now I gotta do all of them together. So I gotta make him a lot smaller. And then I need this. Oh. Because this is about 1 to 1, like 1 by 1 inch roughly estimated. This should be about 2 by 3. And this one will probably be like a 3 by 2 or something. Oh, that's not at all what I wanted. Hold on. I grabbed the wrong marker. Because I would cut this out with Cricut, so honestly, that's actually probably the size it would be, but I always give like an approximation of the size. I don't say like this is what it's going to be. This is just the approximation. So this is what we're going to have to go with. So I'm going to duplicate this, delete all of them. Because I'll download all these later. I just need to at least do this part really quick. So now what I want to do all right, so there's that. So let me go ahead and mark off magnets. Go orange for that. Okay. Now we'll do the sticker because I have his head sticker. This was also my other concern, was this. I mean, I guess that works though. It's just gonna be okay. All right, well that looks a little bit better. That way it's also more center with everything because it just kind of was off. Yeah, because then I have nothing on the bottom there. So we'll have to just leave it that way, which is fine. Because if anything, I can cut off a little bit up top if I wanted to. It's probably what will end up happening. So we have, whoops, sorry. Did not mean to kick you. All right, that's gonna go. So now I need this. Oh, okay, this is gonna be a problem. Would he look better? Okay. Yeah, that kind of looks really bad, actually. That was my concern, was... Ugh. I might just have to just leave it like that and just cut off excess, I think. But... yeah. Ew, okay. Not turning out so good with that one. So now I have the mini pack of these 3 together. So these can be super small, because that's what they are. Because these are all going to be like roughly 1 by 1. Okay. I guess that's fine. We'll just do that. So stickers are done. Okay, so now I have to do... No, wrong one. Now... Oh, that's right. Let me do the hand first. So I gotta... Oh, you know what? Before I do that, let me just duplicate this. Delete the background. Put this on there. Position needs to go to the back. Okay. Yeah, it's all gonna have to just be good enough, and we're just gonna have to just go with it. It's alright. It's just something for what I need. Okay. I mean, I suppose at like first glance it's fine, but yeah, if you really sit there and kind of look at it, you're like, what's going on here? I don't want that one. I want this one. Alright. We'll just roll with it. So now I'll just do pins, I suppose. Because it's just the 3 minis and that's it. So I will need a 1 by 1. Okay. Pretty much this last little bit is just minis. So should be pretty easy with these. Nothing super difficult. Oh, so precious. Alright, so there's that. Alright. Now I gotta do all 3. Okay. I try to offset them a little bit so that way they're not like, but also like trying to cover up some blank space. Okay, I think that's fine. That'll work with the way I need it to. So I'm gonna delete that, and now we're gonna do charms. Alright, so there's that. So now the thing I needed, because I need the ring right there, or at least what makes kind of a ring. Let's see. It's giving me just like actual wedding rings, and I don't want that. Here's that one. Can I miss? Yes, I can. Or not. No, that one. That's the one I want. Hold on. I found a thicker one. Okay. But I'm gonna make this black. Okay, so now we're gonna scooch there. And make. Okay, I guess it doesn't really do anything, but that's fine. That I want to put to the back. Nope. Okay, never mind. Well, it's gonna be like something like that anyway. Now let me duplicate. So I think for him, ugh. It's alright, you know, it gives an idea for it being a charm. Okay. So that's kind of where they would sit anyway, in like a regular, like normally is right there. It's just not as far back. It's just not like behind it like how I want. It's also not thick enough, but it'll be alright. So now we're gonna duplicate. I'm just gonna delete them. Okay, so that's fine. So then duplicate. Gonna get rid of these. Gonna shove him up there. Okay. And duplicate one more time. Delete all of them. And there we go. Okay, so none of those are done. So now the last thing I have is doing the print really quick. But that's all of those now finished. So I should have all the photos I need for these. Well, photos that I'll need. So that should be done with those. So now I need to go to here. Oh, is that it? Okay. Print super easy. Oh, you can't see nothing. Alright, well the print is going to be like super easy. So I already have the sample here which needs to stay. So I'm going to get rid of Caenin here. And then I'm going to upload Caenin's print. So that way this is also done. And it can be done with this part as well. So now that I have those done, now I just got to download them, and then I can actually start, so that way those are at least done, and then now it's on to doing the products themselves, which will be good. So those shouldn't take me too long, but it's like doing the descriptions and such, which surprisingly takes a while. So, but those are next. And then we can get started on those, or at least I'll get started on them and I'll come back and we'll do a few together. Like normal, but they're not going to be super difficult. And we will go from there, but I'm glad at least it was done. So, funny enough, this was actually probably a lot quicker than what it would normally take me, like taking photos. Man. I don't know. I mean, they look okay at a glance. I suppose if they sit there and stare at them and be like, that doesn't look right. But for now, that's my solution until better things can happen. But it's something. So, stick around for creating the actual POD products. Alright, I'm happy to say I'm at the point where I got all the other products pretty much done. At least to like where you kind of see here where they're good to go. Obviously tiles I gotta get fixed. I'm just naming them with Canin's name just so I know who it is for when I go to upload it to Shopify. And then whatever I'm doing for Etsy, which is probably just gonna be the t-shirts as usual. We have 3 more we gotta do. And then we're done. So the first one I'm gonna do is a candle. So this is obviously something they make. There's like multiple different smells to it. I'm just, because I don't make candles. So I thought maybe for this one, I might see what the print looks like on here. Not just like the whole print, but maybe his face on here. Just wanting to see. Because it'll show, what is that gonna do? Is this ugly? This is probably not gonna look good. Nope, I don't like that. Okay, so let's see, what else do I want? Oh, because I just did Arlith on the other one, like his full body. So, problem is that Caenin, I just don't think it's gonna look good. I might have to just stick with his doing his head for this. Yeah, I think I am. Ugh. I just like having the candles as an option just with like a little bit of a decoration on there just so that we can kind of put it up. Well, I could do, honestly, I could do that. This is probably my favorite one of the bunch. I just think he looks so cute like this. It's just so precious. He just looks so adorable. Like, look at that. Oh, they're sweet. I'm gonna do it. Sorry, I'm speaking in like dog voice. I'm sure we all have that puppy voice whenever we talk to dogs. We can't help it. Alright, well there's the candle done. I've also been marking these off as I go. Like everything is color coded. Each color means a specific thing. So next up, we are gonna do, which one? This. So we'll do the tumbler next. So I gotta do a spark of speed for this one. So we'll take him off. Real test is making sure that I don't misspell anything, because you know, that tends to happen sometimes, unfortunately. Which I'm sure some of us can agree with. Alright, there's that. So now I need him sitting again. And I'm slightly, okay. I don't want to scooch him down like size-wise because I really like how big he is. So obviously we can't look at the whole glass as one, like that was the whole glass looking at one. But we can look at like little snippets of the side. I just want to make sure he's not going to get cut off. No, he is not cut off. Okay, we are good on that part. So there's that tumbler. That's why I'm like, some of these right at the moment are super simple. I'm just doing that on purpose before I do the more complicated things, which will be later on, like when I do the group drawings and such that I would like to do. And just a lot more with everyone. So it's just at the moment, this is just where we are. Just doing nice and simple for the time being. And then I'll bump it up later on. And the last one is a second bug. So this one is going to be Born to Run. That's what this one is. So, boom. Okay. Just that. And this one does come with the colored inside and the handles, so it's the, what is it, dual mug or whatever? I don't remember. But I'll show you what colors I picked in a second. Okay, so there's that. So the ones I picked are going to be a black handle with a black interior, orange handle with an orange interior, and a yellow with a yellow interior. Just because his colors are orange, yellow, and brown, like a tan, if you will. That's also why I did like the brown lettering. I'm trying to keep it when I pick these colors over here because there's like multiple options. Obviously I could probably do like the green with it and the blue, but I just don't want to. I'm just trying to make sure I pick colors that match with what I have going on here. So that way it's not like too crazy. So that's why I kind of picked those, so that way it still works, but at least you have a few options. I just did the black on the black as well. I always keep black on black just in case you want to have it just uniformed and just have like the character himself kind of pop off the thing. But those are all done now. So next it is on to actually me doing the titles and the descriptions, because I have to do all of those, which that is probably going to be the longest part, surprisingly. And then we will get to moving on to doing the others. So I'll get started on that, and then we'll come back when I kind of have an idea of what I want the letterings to be. Alright, we are continuing on with the Caenin uploading adventure. Almost there. Almost. We're getting close. So I went ahead and just got the majority of the Shopify stuff done. So we have like 3 things left that we have to do. Everything's been put on the shipping profile and all that stuff, so it's all good to go. So now I just have to, and then I also went ahead and did Pinterest and Etsy, so both of them are done. So the posts and the pins are created. I just have to make them active, and that's it. So now we're just going to finish up on the Shopify stuff. And then we just got to do the banner, get the banner up, activate, and then I'm done. So we're getting close. Ooh, I'm excited. I will say that really quick though. I have no expectations for this just because nothing ever happens with my stuff. So pretty much once we're done here, like we're done. There's not going to be anything else really after this. I'd be surprised if there was, but I do not believe there will be. So we're just going to get finished up here and call this a day. And then I got to start working on whatever is next. I don't know at this point. I want to say it's a spring dragon, I think is why I have it going up next, along with the spring characters and Myers. So we have 3 things that we have to still do before the end of March. Oh crap. Maybe I should start the spring dragon then. So then she'll go up at the spring dragon will be next. Okay, because now I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh no, because I got a lot I gotta do now. I forgot. I got 3 things I gotta do in March, unless I get the spring dragon app and get her up by the end of February. And then because this is February 11th, so if I can get her done by the end of February, and then I can just work on the next. Okay, we might just be doing that. So it might just be like 2 drops every month, which is fine. I don't really care. Okay, anyway, enough babbling. Let's get on with this. Also, if you hear any barking, it's the dogs. Currently, they're both sleeping. So one's out here in the living room, and the other one's in my parents' bed. So right now, we're fine. But just in case they start barking, that's what that is. But let me get you switched around so we can get up these last 3. And be done. Alright, I think this first one, is a mug is what this is. So let's see. This is. It's fine. It's like that. So now, let me get this switched where you make this sense. Probably good that one. Then I'll stick this. This cute glass. Cute. Mug. I'll drink coffee so I can stop you. Start speed. Shoot. I was trying to keep my hands out of the way so I can focus on my hands and it will doesn't blur out the background. But that's on my back, unfortunately. Sorry about that. I'll do my best to try and get as much as possible. Okay, alright, so that's fine. So we're gonna have a whole bunch of tags I'm gonna have to add. It's gonna be a little crazy here in a second. But let me get these figured out so I can put them in their appropriate mug colors. So everybody knows. Just so we don't take a card attention to it. I mean, this is not that bad as I just have the three. But still a little interesting. Okay, put it there. Alright, there we go. Alright, guys, not done. So collection, they're bring it over to the animals. And even I have another collection on here from OCs in particular. Just everyone could appropriate categories like fantasy, animals, and dinosaurs along with OCs. It's nice to combine them. They're kind of just in OCs that have multiple different category animals together. OCs make sense that way. People don't just like one specific character, they know that specific category to that specific character. I thought that would be a little bit here. Just mostly for me was trying to put them all somewhere and categorize. Alright, so now I got basic love stuff in size, and now I gotta go find all of these. There's a bunch. It's a little crazy. I wish I could get rid of these. I'm wondering if there's a way I can find tags and leave tags, because there's certain tags I'm like, they're just not necessary. Seems just random. Because I have a bunch of dogs on here already, just from when I did my dog update. We have that one as well, just me creating a bunch of different dogs on here. So that is there, and on here, there's an animal section. So I got a whole bunch of stuff on here already. And I mentioned in fantasy for this, as well as the orange, he's orange and yellow, and dogs are, oh, my dog's yellow, but I don't know what kind of yellow he is, because I don't like the golden fears. But no substitute is orange, it's just orange. So I just put him in there as being fantasy. Let me see, orange dog. Okay, I'll pop over to the last one. I think we'll pop over just like specifically towards specific people to make it easier. Don't need that, so accept. Okay, so that's done. Now we work back up here and go to the next one, whichever one I think is actually last one. I don't know what the next one is. What's this one? Yes, so candles. Okay, so now we're on candles. So I'm going to go back here. I had to pick the cute little design. Well, I guess that's right, you were involved in that. But he's just adorable, I can't wait. I'm sure this is okay. Yeah, okay, done. Done. Next up, I know you gotta do description sounds, I know like there are like features and sizes and all just some stuff, but like the rest of the description I don't know what to put. So I just put like a little bit about them and then just do that. I don't know. And it's gonna make the character kind of like more relatable, like real life, I suppose, if you will. So that's kind of like that, but I don't know what the correct thing is. I kind of like every single one of them. Oh, but no candles, I'm gonna do a lot of pictures. Okay, now back to collections. So we get camels. And I get to like half again. Yeah. So the white and brown I'm referring to the candle vessel, because like a white, like they want to name it a number vessel, so which is fine. Alright, and then on to the last one. And the last one is the shirt, and that's it. So okay. I think it's put some marked towards like the seller, or not the actual customer or something. I don't know this. Some of I found here just looks like transparent how it's created since I don't need it. But I don't have everything easy on here. Okay. So then, so let's go ahead and fix the shirts. This one's super easy since it's just missing like the front shirt, or not like the front design. Okay, so then, oh, I don't connect on the t-shirt. Let's go away. All right. And tags one more time. Okay, so pretty much now that that's done, we're now have to do the banner and such, but I'm probably going to activate everything first just so it's on the store ready to go. And then we will make the banner, put the banner up, and then we're done. So let me get all that situated and then I'll come back. So stay tuned for the last few minutes of this, and then we will do a quick run through of what I have available of Caenin, and that will be done. Okay, so this is from the last update, but we're gonna get rid of her because I went ahead and just downloaded his designs I need for this. So let me go here. Sorry, you're like right in front of my face right now, so kind of gotta. Oh no. Oh, okay, I do have him still. I was like, I thought I had his print, but I could be wrong. But we're good. I have to do the cute little one. I have to. It's necessary. And then now these two I will need to keep on top of the print, just because if I don't, because of the black lines, like, which obviously we can't see here, but like over here you can kind of see this print and stuff. So I have to keep them on top of him, just so that way. I think that should be fine, because this does get cut off, unfortunately, but it's okay. There's probably a more like accurate like screen size for this, but this works for what I need. You know, if it'll stay still long enough, would be very helpful. Okay, so I might move this up just a little bit. Okay, I think that would work, because then I think so I should get, hopefully like here it'll get cut off a little bit. I might move them in a little bit more in a second, because I gotta put probably like Caenin is now available or something right there. But these two I might need to move in. He's kind of the issue because he's a lot longer because he's running and stuff. So we'll see, because I might be able to, but it's also, I also gotta be aware of like the border situation too. That's gonna get cut off. So a couple of things I gotta be mindful of, which makes it harder, but so now we're just going to do his signature orange. Well, it's not really his like orange, but oh, you know what? That one's going to be the better orange. So, caps, Caenin. What? No. I'm like, is that how I spell his name? Yes, it is. Is all right. So now let me move that, because I'm trying to kind of get it in the middle as much as possible, just so it's somewhat technically that, I mean, it looks funny, it doesn't look right because I think the E is sticking out instead of the A, but it is essentially in the middle if you look at these two, so it's in the middle. Now I gotta fix the is. Yeah, that looks in the middle. Okay. We're gonna, I mean, it's eyeballed though, but stop. Yeah, go. OMG. Scoot that over. Let me scoot them over. All right, so now for this, I also like to kind of add just some writing and stuff, or not writing, but just something extra on the back. So yes, I actually might just leave it at that, just so it's, because I know which I would like to do in the future is I know some people will take a picture of all their products together, like everything they have in the collection, which I do like and use that as the banner, but I don't have that option, so we're going off of this. If not, then I'll have to sit there, download all of these pictures, and then somehow get them on here, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. Because I would like to eventually one day actually just take that nice picture of everything together, but I can't at the moment, so this is probably what we're going to do, so something nice and sweet. So now I am going to get this sent over to my laptop. All right, we're now back on the store. There it is. So what we're going to be doing is, because this only allows, oh, nope, I can do one more. Never mind. I thought I had 5, but I guess not. Because this only allows 5 slides. So we're going to be adding another one. Maybe. Why do you do this? Now we're having technical difficulties. It won't go to it. Alright, whatever. I'll just fix that in a second. Okay, so now we're here. It's uploading. Okay. So that, we're gonna get rid of this. I don't know what that's gonna do, so we'll figure that out in a second. That to go away. Okay, it's a little better. I don't want the bar there though. Here. Okay, so we have click here, which is nice, so it's right in the middle, which is good. So now I'm going to end the collection of animals. So now when you click it, it'll take you right to the animal collection, which is where we need to go, and everything else should be good. So now I can save. All right, let me actually fix this slide though, because I need to bring it down here on the side. So it's number 5. So we got Arlith, which next time we do a update, he'll be gone. Okay, let me exit out. Hold on, let me save. We're just gonna go view store so I can make this easier on myself. Okay, so coming down here, so we have Arlith slide, Valentine's, the puppers, Siln, and Caenin. So obviously I was not paying attention with the rest of them, but the click here button is in the best place. So when you do click here again, takes you right to the animals. Now I don't think, okay, so he is up first, so yay. All right, so now perfect time. Now we are going to discuss, or at least showcase what I made for this, and then we'll sign off. But so we got a shirt over here, so a couple different colors, candles. There's one mug, and that's an accent mug again. Then you've got his stickers, so his mini stickers. You have him as a body sticker. You have his different pins that I create of his chibi style, or charms. These are his pins over here. Head sticker, magnets of all 3 types. And then you have a downloadable print, first crew neck, a secondary, 2-toned mug, again, multiple colors. Going to the next page, we have 3 glass tumblers. So I don't have all of them in a pattern, but I want to start putting them in a pattern. I didn't think about it before, but now I kind of do, because I'm like, it's kind of cute, and that way if you don't want to have words you can just get a pattern. So I'll be working on that, but we have that. Pillowcase, wrapping paper, puzzle. Tote bag is double-sided, so you get Born to Run and a Spark of Speed on that on the other side, so it's just a double. See, there we go. And then we got the secondary crew neck, and we have the secondary t-shirt. And we have our pattern mouse pad, not nose pad, mouse pad of his minis designs. So that is that, and as always, if you like, I will be sending out an email as well with this, so, I mean, by the time you see this, it'll be up already, but just for the future, if you want to stay tuned for any updates, for anything I create, or any other news I have coming out and such, you can just go to the website, scroll all the way down to subscribe to our emails, and then there you can actually sign up right here. And then just be a warning, I send out emails on Fridays. I won't say every Friday, but most Fridays around 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you don't see it, you can just check your spam. I did put it up here. Check your spam list if you don't see it, just in case. So, but that will be that. I'm also now concerned, now I'm thinking about this, is that I have just screwed up my footage because it's horizontal. Probably. Yeah, I think I just made it a short form because I just bought this little doodad, so I was like, oh, that'll be nice to film it on here. Now I just kind of realized that I probably just turned everything. I'll have to see if I can turn the footage to where it's vertical to match this. I'm hoping. If not, everything's gonna be horizontal. It's not gonna look good. I wasn't thinking. Anyway, but that is what I have done and created, and I'm glad that he is now finished, so I can finally mark him off my list. And then we'll be working on the next one, which will be again. I guess I'll start working on the Spring Dragon next week, so I can get her up by the end of the month. And that way it's Meyer and then my little Easter characters, spring characters. I don't know what I'm doing for them yet. I still haven't figured that out yet. But it's just same thing I did for the Valentine stuff, which again, I have a video up to. So got that going on. But yeah, so we're done. Yay. So I'm just going to end it here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully somewhat interesting. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out these videos. But it's something. Something's better than nothing. But again, Caenin is up and available if you're interested. So is along with a whole bunch of other characters of mine, which I've been recording for the past few videos for, I guess, several months now. So they're up and they're ready if you're interested. But they're there. So other than that, thank you for watching. If you want to see more from me or just kind of see what else I get up to, like any extra videos that I have coming out, because I have random videos I'm starting to make that'll come out sometime in the future, then feel free to subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.